In this maintenance video, I'm going to show you how to tighten your headset when you're using a triple clamp fork. So this is a big downhill fork, a Fox 40, something that you'll find on downhill bikes or freeride bikes. They're called triple clamps because they clamp 1, 2, 3 times, or even they're called dual crown forks sometimes. And tightening your headset follows the same principles as on a normal fork, it's just slightly more complicated. So the first thing you need to look at is the stem. I've got a direct mount stem on this bike, so it's got 4 bolts holding this stem directly onto that top crown, so I don't need to touch that at all. If you've got a more conventional stem that actually clamps around that steerer tube, the first thing you need to do is undo the pinch bolts, just as you would do on a normal fork. So to find out if your headset is loose in the first place, just grab your front brake and rock the bike back and forth, and I can feel some movement in there. Also, if you put your hand under there, rest against the frame and that top bearing, I can definitely feel some movement in there, so that does need tightening. If you're on a full suspension bike, also check your rear shock bushes, because if there's a bit of knocking in there and these bushes are worn, that can also feel like your headset's loose, but check that and check your headset. So to actually tighten the headset, what I need to do is pull these crowns closer together. So this lower crown has a stanchion tube attached to it, and basically I need to wind down in this top cap to pull this crown down, just to squash those bearings a little bit and take all that looseness out of there. And the first thing I need to do is undo these pinch bolts. So on the back of your top crown here, you can see this one pinch bolt, so I need to undo that first. Nice and loose, and then on the front, it could be on the back, depending on the brand of your fork, but there should be some pinch bolts on this top crown that go around these stanchion tubes. So undo those. Once they're loose, now you need to actually wind down this top cap on your stem, and that's going to wind some pressure onto that crown and pull it closer to that bottom one. What I do is a bit of a turn at a time, and then actually pull my back brake, pick the front wheel up and just turn the bars. And you want to feel a tiny bit of pressure in those bearings, but you don't want it so tight that it binds the bearings and makes that steering, have a bit of friction in there. So just want it tight enough to take out that looseness. So I'm back on the front brake, rocking the bike back and forth. That feels nice and snug now, and there's no bind there, so that's about right. Okay, so it really is as simple as that. Now it's just a case of retightening all these pinch bolts. So first the one on the back that tightens down onto that steerer tube, and then the ones on the top crown. So on the front, they tighten down onto these stanchions. You don't need to go really tight with these, but make sure they're done up. And double check the bottom crowns, even though you haven't undone these at all. That's nice and tight. And so is that. And that should be ready to roll. So once your headset is tight, don't touch this pinch bolt on the back again, or the top cap. And if you want to readjust your stanchion levels, just undo the front bolts. So these 3. Same on both legs, and then you can slide the fork legs up or down just to get back to that desired level on your stanchions. So that final stage of adjusting the stanchions probably isn't going to be needed in most cases, only really from building the bike from new, or if you've had to tighten that headset a lot. Also, don't make that common mistake of just trying to tighten down that top cap on the headset without undoing any of the clamps first. If you haven't done already, click on this GmbH logo to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. And for a couple more videos like this, click just up there for how to tighten your stem, and click down there for how to set up your controls. Give us a thumbs up if you found this video useful.